Tony from Destination Pro Wrestling here, bringing you guys a new video, and I'm excited about this one because I never seen it coming. And if this does happen, kudos to AEW for pulling it off, because quite honestly, I don't think anybody was actually thinking about this, but I think a lot of people would be impressed by this match. It's just something that I feel for some reason, I can't necessarily pinpoint it. Maybe it's the two wrestling styles. I don't know what it is, but it intrigues the living shit out of me. So we are going to talk about that because a former WWE superstar, one that was recently released, has already teased a very big marquee match in AEW, and it excites the crap out of me. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But if you guys want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by interacting and sharing this video. But if you guys want to subscribe, and I highly, highly appreciate it, we just gained 300 new subscribers in 3 days. So, you know, we're pushing forward. We got some momentum. Some big things are happening on DPW. Go ahead and subscribe, ring that bell, get notified for the newest videos because it's greatly appreciated. And share this video. Let me know what you guys think down below. But yeah, guys, we're talking about WWE superstar, former WWE superstar Bronson Reed. Now, his release really came out of nowhere. It literally, just like that, it happened. People were not happy about this. It was very clear. Your favorite YouTubers, your favorite wrestling journalists, social media, casual fans, it doesn't really matter who you ask. A lot of people were surprised by Bronson Reed because it almost seemed like this guy for sure had a very big future ahead of him in WWE. Not to mention, he was in the middle of a push on NXT, also won the North American Championship. I mean, this guy pretty much had everything you're looking for. Now, for those who are longtime followers of this channel, my preferred wrestling type is the super heavyweights. I don't know what it is about the super heavyweights, but the ones who are really good in the ring seem to impress me the most. And I think that's what intrigued the living shiznit out of me with Bronson Reed. Now, of course, with him teasing such a big marquee matchup in AEW, if I'm AEW, I immediately book this match and I immediately grant him the win, because that right there is how you will immediately make a new star in your company. See, WWE didn't necessarily drop the ball with Bronson Reed, by the way. Like, I think that's very clear. WWE did a lot of great things with him. Where they dropped the ball with Bronson Reed was when they released him. But as far as booking goes, I don't really think a lot of people will disagree. I think a lot of people were fine with the way he was booked. So that's why it's all shocking altogether. But, you know, WWE these days, everything is budget cuts and it is what it is, right? But nonetheless, he did tease a big match in AEW, and I want to talk about it. Again, this is a match that I don't think a lot of people would have expected to see. I don't think a lot of people even had this on top of their mind. I know for a fact I didn't, but when I saw this tweet, it definitely got me thinking how sick this match would be. And we're going to talk about this. I'm going to put the tweet on the screen, but I'm going to talk to you guys and give you a little bit of fantasy warfare. I'm going to book this match, and I'm going to book his trajectory in AEW, because I think AEW could do something very massive and something very different from their program. And yes, it does come to the hindrance of the individual he's versing, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So, Bronson Reed tweets, "Grinding and violence. Every match, every moment is reality, of course." Now, you're probably looking at this tweet and you're not really sure what's going on here. So I'm going to break it down for you. Grinding starts with the letter G. In starts with the letter I. Violence starts with the letter V. E starts with the letter, or every starts with the letter E. Match starts with the letter M. Every starts with the letter E. Moment starts with the letter M. Is starts with the letter I. Reality starts with the letter R. Of course. Of starts with the letter O. You're looking at this and you're probably confused. Well, if you go ahead and look down, it says GIVEMEMIRO. Give me Miro. It's beautiful. Bronson Reed, Miro, AEW Rampage, Dynamite. I don't care how you book it. But if I am AEW and I want to shock the world, I have Bronson Reed debut in AEW and immediately take the belt off of Miro. AEW needs big guys. We've all talked about this, especially with the addition of CM Punk and Daniel Bryan coming in. You know, it would be nice to see AEW add more to their big man lineup. Paul White, aka the Big Show, is not really an active wrestler. Mark Henry's not really expected to wrestle. They do have Lance Archer, they do have Wardlow, but they don't really have too many big guys, let alone a big guy like Bronson Reed. And that's what excites me. If I'm AEW, we all know the future is bright for Miro. But I don't think Miro needs the championship belt. In fact, I would say the TNT championship belt needs to be put on somebody who needs a rub. Darby Allin held the belt and he needed the rub. He definitely needed that. A lot of people felt like he needed the belt. It was great. I think it did a lot of things for Darby's career. I think the belt has already rejuvenated Miro's career to the point where I don't think he needs to be a long-term title holder. I don't think he needs to have it that long. And how shocking would it be if Rusev, aka Miro, offered an open challenge for the TNT championship belt only to be answered by Jonah Rock, aka Bronson Reed? That immediate win for Bronson Reed would be massive. It would be far more meaningful than his North American Championship win in NXT. And here's the best part. AEW has the opportunity to make a new star. Somebody who was on the third brand of WWE. Not somebody who was on Raw or SmackDown, but this is a guy on NXT. And I think with this kind of momentum, allowing Bronson Reed to go into AEW as Jonah Rock with a massive push holding the TNT championship, whoever dethrones him will absolutely be a big deal, because that's the thing with AEW. They don't have a lot of big guys. So if they have a smaller guy eventually take the belt away from him, it's going to do so much for that wrestler that AEW is now in a pattern of making stars. It's really wonderful thinking when you really think about it. I never would have guessed that Jonah Rock, Bronson Reed, would have ever even gone to AEW. I thought for sure he was like Vince McMahon's type of guy. I thought for sure WWE would keep him long term, and eventually they'll find his way into the world title picture. I could have seen him getting like a Mark Henry type of push on Raw or SmackDown. But WWE making budget cuts. That's just kind of how it works in that company. So yes, Miro versus Bronson Reed. I'm all for it. Let's do it, man. AEW's got a sick roster. They have a really sick roster. But you add a big guy like Bronson Reed, who, by the way, moves very fast, very athletic. This is money written all over it. Storytelling. Allowing to build people up like a ladder. Just keep on climbing. Miro could drop the belt. Bronson Reed could hold the belt for a little bit, and then he could drop it to somebody smaller. Babyface. Trust me when I tell you guys, this would be massive for AEW. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.